Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jimmy Fowler. I'm the Warning Coordination Meteorologist for the National Weather Service here in Houston, Galveston, and I'll be giving you an update on Tropical Storm Bertha for today, and then also I'll be touching on the expected dangerous heat that is developing today through at least the next several days. So, what has changed since our briefing from yesterday? Tropical Depression 2 has now strengthened into Tropical Storm Bertha. Uh, The other change is that even the slight chance that we had for some locally heavy rainfall that we had yesterday, that threat is diminishing even more so. What has not changed since yesterday is that we are still not expecting any significant impacts to southeast Texas at this time. It is still looking to be a very unfavorable environment that will limit strengthening of Bertha. We have a lot of dry air, high wind shear, and it's going to be interacting with a lot of land between where it is now over the next couple of days. So that is going to really limit any potential strengthening for Bertha. Again, the chance for heavy rainfall is low. We do have a low chance for some tropical storm force winds over the coastal waters, but there's little to no chance over inland at this time. And again, we are looking at the potential for dangerous heat today through at least Thursday, which I'll talk more about after going into Bertha. So, this is the latest advisory from the National Hurricane Center, released at 10 a.m. this morning, covering Tropical Storm Bertha. It has maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour and is moving very slowly to the north-northwest at 3 miles per hour, so almost stationary. And it is expected to kind of go more on a westward motion later today into tomorrow, and then kind of move along the coast through the end of the week. Again, we're looking at a very unfavorable environment for strengthening, with it also being so close to the coast with a lot of land interactions. Again, no significant uh, impacts are expected for southeast Texas. May have some isolated coastal showers Thursday into Friday, and again, maybe some isolated gusty winds over the coastal waters. This is the latest satellite loop for Tropical Storm Bertha. So we have the thunderstorms are going to be kind of highlighted in those oranges and reds. The stronger the thunderstorm, the more orange and red it is. And as you can see, we are seeing a lot of northerly winds that's impacting Tropical Storm Bertha. The center of Bertha, you can kind of see kind of being shoved away on the north side of those thunderstorms from the center of the storm. So all those northerly winds are kind of blowing all the thunderstorms on the south side, and it's been really inhibiting any potential strengthening for Bertha today, and that is going to continue through the next several days. Uh, Again, this is the upper level pattern for today through Thursday. This is where we see the reds is where we see high pressure, and we see the blues is where we see the low pressure. This for low pressure, this would be for Bertha. As you can see from today through Thursday afternoon, that high pressure over Texas is going to be just strengthening more and more, and that's going to be also limiting the potential for strengthening from Bertha uh, with a lot of dry air as well as increased wind shear through the next several days. These are the time of arrival of tropical storm force winds from the National Hurricane Center. As you can see, there's the probability of tropical storm force winds are low across southeast Texas, with around a 5 to 10% chance over the coastal waters on Thursday. And then as you go further inland, uh, those chances drop below 5%. This is the probability of some rainfall for Thursday into Friday. On the left-hand side, we see the probability of at least a half an inch of rain, and on the right-hand side, we have the probability of 1 inch of rain. And as you can see, those chances are very, very low. We have about a 30% chance for some uh, showers down over the immediate coast, but then as you go further and further inland, those chances really diminish to below 10%. Looking at the potential for the probability of over 1 inch of rainfall, that is pretty much less than 10% across all of southeast Texas, with the exceptions of some very small sections of the barrier islands. Expected tide levels through this rest of this week. We're not anticipating any significant coastal flood impacts as of right now. We're looking at high tides this through the rest of this week at around 2 to 2.5 feet above mean low water. So that's below mean low tide. Typically, we start to see some minor coastal flooding impacts at around 3.5 feet. So we're not really anticipating much, really any significant coastal flood impacts as Bertha approaches from the east. Now I'll talk more about the heat. We are looking at some dangerous heat over the next several days with high temperatures nearing 100 degrees for most inland areas through at least Thursday. And then we're looking at triple digit heat indices all week long, especially tomorrow and heading into Thursday, where we see some heat indices of 108 to 114 or higher. This is a map of the probability of temperatures reaching at least 100 degrees for today on the left-hand side, tomorrow in the middle, then on Thursday on the right-hand side. So today, we do have some chances of getting into that triple-digit heat, but then as we go into Wednesday, which is looking to be the hottest day of this week, we're looking at some pretty high probabilities of getting some triple-digit heat on Wednesday. Then Thursday, we are still seeing that potential for some temperatures nearing of 100 degrees. I mentioned tomorrow is looking to be the hottest day of this week. This here is the probability of heat index for tomorrow greater than 112. So this would be approaching into our extreme heat warning criteria. And as you can see, we have some pretty high likelihood of seeing some very high heat indices across all of Southeast Texas tomorrow. So, key takeaways: Tropical Storm Bertha has formed and is expected to move westward along the central Gulf Coast over the next few days, but significant impacts are not expected for Southeast Texas. The environment is looking very unfavorable for strengthening as it moves westward. Uh, Really, the main story this week is going to be actually more about the heat. We have the heat advisory in effect for today, and then an extreme heat warning is likely coming out for tomorrow for all of Southeast Texas, with potential additional heat advisories likely for Thursday. That is all I have for you this afternoon. We will be doing another webinar briefing tomorrow, same time at noon.